جيجا خصمنا هناك يعني خصمنا هناك ماما فين؟ فيها بعد مراية بس فين وفين واحدة.
Be supple mentally. Strength does not lie in being firm and strong, but in being pliable. The pliable tree stands in a gale. Life is strange, so many things happen unexpectedly. Mere resistance will not solve any problem. One needs infinite pliability and a single heart. Life is a razor's edge, and one has to walk on that path with exquisite care and with pliable wisdom. Life is so rich, has so many treasures. We go to it with empty hearts. We don't know how to fill our hearts with the abundance of life. We are poor inwardly, and when riches are offered to us, we refuse. Love is a dangerous thing. It brings the only revolution that gives complete happiness. So few of us are capable of love. So few want love. We love on our own terms, making of love a marketable thing. We have a market mentality, and love is not marketable, a give and take affair. It is a state of being in which all our problems are resolved. We go to the well with a thimble, and so life becomes a tawdry affair, puny and small. What a lovely place the earth could be, for there is so much beauty, so much glory, such imperishable loveliness. We are caught in pain and don't care to get out of it, even when someone points a way out. One is aflame with love. One has so much of it that one wants to give it to everyone. And one does. It is like a strong flowing river. It nourishes and waters every town and village. It is polluted. The filth of man goes into it, but the waters soon purify themselves and swiftly move on. Nothing can spoil love, for all things are dissolved in it, the good and the bad, the ugly and the beautiful. It is the only thing that is its own eternity. We have our roots in the earth, which we must have, but we cling or crawl on the earth. Only a few soar into the skies. They are the only creative and happy people. The rest spoil and destroy each other by hurt and likewise gossip. Be open, live in the past if you must, but don't struggle against it. When the past comes, look into it, not pushing it away, nor holding to it too much. The experience of all these years, the ache and the joy, the sickening blows and your glimpses of the separation, the faraway sense, all this will add enrichment and beauty. What is important is what you have in your heart, and since that is overflowing, you have everything. You are everything. Be alert to all your thoughts and feelings. Don't let one feeling or thought slip by without being aware of it and seeing all its content. Seeing the whole content of the thoughts and feeling. It is like entering a room and seeing the whole content of the room at once, its atmosphere and its spaces. To see and be aware of one's thoughts makes one intensively sensitive, pliable, and alert. Don't condemn or judge, but be very alert. Out of separation, out of the dross, comes pure gold. To see what is really quite arduous. How does one observe clearly? A river, when it meets an obstruction, is never still. The river breaks down an obstruction by its weight, or goes over it, or works its way under it or around it. The river is never still. It cannot but act. It revolts intelligently. One must revolt intelligently and accept what is intelligently. To perceive what is, there must be the spirit of intelligent revolt. Not to mistake the obstacle needs a certain intelligence, but generally one is so eager to get what one wants that one dashes against it. Either one breaks oneself on the obstacle or one exhausts oneself in the struggle against it. To see the rope as the rope needs no courage, but to mistake the rope for a snake and then to observe needs courage. One must doubt, ever search, see the false as the false. One gets power to see clearly through the intensity of attention. You will see, it will come. One has to act. The river is never not acting. It is ever active. One must be in a state of negation to act, and this very negation brings its own positive action. The problem is to see clearly. Then that very perception brings its own action. When there is elasticity, there is no question of right and wrong. One must be very clear within oneself. Then I assure you everything will come right. Be clear and you will see that things will shape themselves right without your doing anything about it. The right is not what one desires. There must be a complete revolution, not only in great things, but in little everyday things. You have had that revolution. Don't settle back. Keep at it. Keep the pot boiling inwardly. What a thing relationship is and how easily we fall into the habit of a particular relationship. Things are taken for granted, the situation accepted, and no variation tolerated. No movement towards uncertainty, even for a second. Everything is so well regulated, so made secure, so tied down, that there is no chance for any freshness, for a clear reviving breath of the spring. This and more is called relationship. If we closely observe, relationship is much more subtle. more swift than lightning, more vast than the earth. For relationship is life. Life is conflict, and we want to make relationship crude, hard, and manageable. So it loses its fragrance, its beauty. All this arises because one does not love, and that, of course, is the greatest thing of all, for in it there has to be the complete abandonment of oneself. It is the quality of freshness, of newness, that is essential, or otherwise life becomes a routine, a habit. And love is not a habit, a boring thing. Most people have lost all sense of wonderment. They take everything for granted, and this sense of security destroys freedom and the wonderment of uncertainty. We project a far distant future away from the present. The attention to understand is always in the present. In attention, there is always a sense of imminence. To be clear in one's intentions is quite an arduous task. Intention is as a flame, always urging one to understand. Be clear in your intentions, and you will see things will work out. To be clear in the present is all that one needs, but it is not quite so easy as it sounds. One has to clear a field for the new seed, and once the seed is planted, its own vitality and strength creates the fruit. Outward beauty can never last. It is always marred if there is no inward delight and joy. We cultivate the outer, paying so little attention to the thing inside the skin. But it is the inner that always overcomes the outer. It is the worm inside the apple that destroys the freshness of the apple. It needs great intelligence to live together, not surrender to each other or be dominated by one or the other. Relationship is the most difficult thing in life.